My name is Jake, and I work the night shift at Murphy's gas station on Route 47. It's not glamorous work, but it pays the bills, and honestly, I've grown to appreciate the quiet hours between midnight and dawn. There's something peaceful about the empty highway, the gentle hum of the fluorescent lights, and the predictable rhythm of my duties. The station sits alone on a stretch of road that connects to small towns. During the day, it's busy enough with commuters and travelers, but at night, it becomes a different place entirely. The harsh daylight gives way to soft pools of light under the canopy, and the world beyond seems to fade into darkness. I've been working here for 3 years now. Started right after high school when I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life. My manager, Mrs. Rodriguez, hired me despite my lack of experience. She said I had honest eyes, and that's what mattered in this business. People need to trust the person they're buying gas from at 2 in the morning. The job is simple enough. Stock the coolers, clean the pumps, help customers, and keep the place secure. Most nights, I see maybe a dozen people. Truck drivers heading cross-country, nurses getting off late shifts. Occasionally someone with car trouble who needs directions or a phone charger. But tonight feels different somehow. The air is thick with an approaching storm, and there's an electricity in the atmosphere that makes my skin tingle. I've noticed that weather like this tends to bring out the unusual customers. Not dangerous ones, mind you, just ... different ... around 1:30, a man in a dark hoodie approaches the station on foot. This isn't entirely unusual. Sometimes people run out of gas down the road, or their car breaks down. But something about his posture catches my attention. He's moving slowly, deliberately, like he's carrying something heavy that I can't see through the security monitors. I watch him circle the building twice before finally approaching the front door. The motion sensor chimes as he enters, and I look up from my magazine with my standard greeting, "Evening. How can I help you?" He doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he stands just inside the doorway, water dripping from his hood onto the clean floor I'd just mopped an hour ago. His face is shadowed, but I can see his breath forming small clouds in the warm air of the store. "You're Jake," he says, finally. It's not a question. I feel a small chill run down my spine. "Do I know you?" He pulls back his hood, revealing a face I haven't seen in 15 years. Tommy Chen, my best friend from elementary school. We lost touch when his family moved away in 4th grade. But there's something different about him now. Something that goes beyond the normal changes that come with growing up. "Tommy," I stand up from behind the counter. "Man, I can't believe it. What are you doing out here?" He gives me a sad smile. "I've been traveling, Jake, looking for places I used to know, people I used to care about." There's something in his voice that doesn't quite fit, a distance, like he's speaking from very far away. I notice he's not shivering despite being soaked from the rain outside. "Are you okay? You look like you've been walking for miles." "I have been walking," he says, moving closer to the counter. "For a very long time." I grab a towel from behind the register and offer it to him, but he shakes his head. "I don't really need that anymore, Jake." The fluorescent light above us flickers for a moment, casting strange shadows across his face. In that brief darkness, I could swear I see something impossible. The rain passing right through him before the light steadies again. "Tommy, you're scaring me a little here," What's going on? He leans against the counter, and I notice he's not putting any weight on it. Do you remember that day we tried to build a fort in your backyard? We used your dad's good sheets, and your mom got so angry. I do remember. It was the week before he moved away. We'd spent hours trying to create the perfect hideout, only to have it collapse when we crawled inside. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. Yeah, I remember. But Tommy, I never got to say goodbye properly, he interrupts. The moving truck came early, and my parents were in such a hurry. I always regretted that. The realization hits me slowly, like sunrise creeping over the horizon. The way he appeared on foot in the middle of nowhere, the rain passing through him, the fact that he doesn't look a day older than when I last saw him 20 years ago. How is this possible? I whisper. Tommy's expression softens. I don't really understand it myself. But sometimes, when there are things left unsaid, people like me get a chance to make them right. I feel tears welling up in my eyes. I missed you too, Tommy. After you left, I kept hoping you'd write or call. I wanted to, but you know how. Kids, our new school, new friends, life just swept me along. He pauses, looking around the gas station. This is good, Jake. You've got a good job. People who depend on you. Mrs. Rodriguez speaks very highly of you. You know Mrs. Rodriguez. She's the one who told me where to find you. She understands about unfinished business. We stand in comfortable silence for a few moments, the only sound being the gentle hum of the coolers and the rain pattering against the windows. The storm outside seems to be moving past, and I can see stars beginning to appear through the clouds. I have to go soon, Tommy says softly. I know, I reply, though I'm not sure how I know. But I wanted you to know that our friendship meant everything to me. Those years when we were kids, building forts and riding bikes and dreaming about the future, those were some of the happiest times of my life. Mine too. He reaches out as if to shake my hand, then stops. I can't actually touch you, but I want you to know that you're doing good work here, Jake. This place, these quiet nights, they matter. You help people when they need it most. As he speaks, I realize he's becoming translucent. The fluorescent lights are starting to show. Through his form, will I see you again? I ask. I don't think so, but that's okay. This was what I needed, to tell you goodbye properly, and to let you know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Tommy smiles one last time, the same mischievous grin I remembered from childhood. Take care of yourself, Jake. And remember, every person who stops here is carrying their own story. Be kind to them. He turns toward the door, and with each step, he becomes fainter, until he simply fades away. The motion sensor doesn't chime as he passes through. I stand alone in the gas station, feeling strangely at peace. Outside, the storm has cleared completely, leaving the night sky bright with stars. A truck pulls up to the pumps, and I can see the driver getting out to fill up. I straighten my shirt and walk toward the door to help him. As I pass the security monitor, I notice something that makes me smile. In the corner of the screen, barely visible, are two sets of small footprints in the wet pavement, the kind children might leave while playing in the rain. Mrs. Rodriguez was right. This job is about more than just selling gas and snacks. Sometimes, it's about being there when people need to find their way home.